line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet. Not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
With only 2 races left, you better scratch and crawl your way through any little position every chance you get, because you're not going to get very more opportunities at what you're about to receive. Here at the famed Daytona Beach International Speedway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to PT Racing TV here on the showcase, as we present to you the Sim 500 Superspeedway Series here at Daytona International Speedway with the Gander Outdoor Truck Series / Craftsman Truck Series. I still cannot figure out what we're naming it completely yet. Assuming we're supposed to name it Craftsman, but they still have it as Gander Outdoor Truck Series for the iRacing, and so we'll just continue with that. But anyway, race fans, we are set to go here live on the call here. I am your host, the Crusader Christian Schreiber, joining you guys here today. As we get ready to go down here to the 2.5 mile long plate track, let's take a look at our starting lineup. And on the pole, he pilots the number 19, that'll be Tyler Dahl on the outside, and the number 26 is Jose Gonzalez. Row number 2 is the 2, Mike Kelly outside, and the number 41 is E.J. Ulrich. Row number 3 is the number 14, Joey Gattina. Outside, number 34, it's Chris Blanchard. Row number 4 is Zach Duhaust in the 72 the outside. In the number 94, that is Andrew Schroeder. Row number 5 is going to be the 20 of Hunter Parsons the outside. In the 7, it's Alberto Abar. Row number 6 is the 1 of Ron Holyfield the outside. Number 28, it's Doy Woods. Row number 7, that will be piloted down by Dusty Burkhardt. And the number 69 is outside. In the 16, it's Quentin Carpenter. Row number 8 is Doug Sigmund in the 04 the outside. In the 43, it's Doug Roth. Row number 9 is Joseph Atchison in the 88 the outside. In the number 38, that's Chad Coleman. Row number 10 is Richard Beasley. In the number 10 the outside. In the number 30, that will be Brian V. Macklin. Row number 11 will be Scott Smiley. In the 12 the outside. In the 84, Anthony M. Calatani. Row number 12 is Joe Hudson. In the 15 outside. In the 48, John Fowler. In row number 13, that'll be Alan Wild. In the number 75, the outside. In just 96, it is Gerald Livingston. In row number 14, Brian Wortman. Well, pilot the 74, the outside. In the number 24, it is Cody DeForge. Row number 15 is Casey Duncan, the 71 on the outside. In the 78, it's Joel Phillips. Row number 39 is Derek Myers rounding out shotgun on the field. Well, race fans, we're about to get down to the busy end of the track and the racing as we go. This should be a wild one from point A to point B, and these guys are well aware of that, looking to bring the speed and bring the power to the table. Share this along, guys. Make sure you get some views on this one. Let's let these drivers know they're here. Let them know you see them. Let them know you hear them. We are getting ready to go here out of the start. Filing them down off a turn number 4 to the front straightaway. Green flag aways, and we are off and running. Screaming down that back straightaway here early on. EJ Orrick will take the early advantage. 3 spots up here. Gets it around Chris Blanchard in the number 34 at the field. That's some trouble. That's not how you start the race, boys. Hold up. The big one strikes. Hold on a minute. Watch out down there. Big shot out of the corner and problems of surge. Leaders wreck right in front and the entire field in a scramble trying to get out of there. Holy smokes, everything went from point A to point B in a matter of less than a lap, to put it nicely. Holy smokes, what the heck just happened here? We got to take a look at the P10 Mr. Replay, ladies and gentlemen. This was a wild, wild start. And EJ Orrick looks like he was the recipient of the initial contact. You see right here, coming down that back stretch, look at him entering corner. He gets swabbled, and then he gets taken. There goes the rest of the field. Orrick's trying to stay low. He doesn't want nothing to do with him up there. Still gets clamored by the number 10. And driver is just flying over the place. What is that? That's a 74, but who is driving that? That's Brian Wortman. He went completely airborne. We'll have to look at that again, but I need to take another look, though, at Orrick's little wreck here and why he got clamored out of the gate. Take a look here. Got a good push. Good push here. Everything seems okay, and then he just gets clipped in the rear. Phil gets racked in there. I believe that's the 9. Let's take another little peek at that. See if we can get a for sure number on that one. I believe, though, that was the number 9. Hold on, folks. We can get a camera angle on that one. That was Christopher Blanchard actually driving the 34 there that got into it. Now we'll take a look at the 74 who went absolutely flying there. Just a violent wreck here. Oh my goodness. Oh my. That was a 12 as well. You saw that Scott Simley, excuse me, not Smiley. I said Smiley earlier. It's Simley actually. So my apologies there from the start of the broadcast, but Wortman just thrown straight end over end there. And that's it's something that just shocked the heck out of me there, guys, because again, if you remember the last broadcast we were here, we never really saw any cautions other than 2 of them. These guys were a lot cleaner, a lot more on the edge of their seat, but never once did they get themselves trapped or any bad spots. This is the first blow that we have seen that really make any kind of rookie-ended mistakes or any troublesome mistakes. But then again, that just goes to show you the power that Daytona and Talladega has on drivers and has on people as well. Sometimes you've got to be careful about where you put yourself in and where you throw yourself down on the track here. So very tough to see here. On Sunday night here, we actually had a first-time winner for the 7500 crew at Daytona. Joe Hudson, driving in the number 15 camp, brought it home into victory lane for the first time ever. Hudson right now currently, though, probably looking on in bitter disbelief and disgust here. The 15 diehard machine has unfortunately got no control over what's happening other than just trying to get the truck back out on the track, but the damage severely hit and taken for a ride. Hudson cannot be a happy camper. It's crazy to think, you win one and then you completely get wrecked out the next. I've been in that shoes before. I know what it's like out there. Although I had it kind of the other way around. I got wrecked out at Talladega and I would win at Phoenix the very next week, somehow, surprisingly. That actually was my first win ever in a league race. And man, I tell you, I feel bad for my friends and my fellow drivers' ears because I was yelling and screaming pretty happy noises there. So, well, anyway, we're gonna get them squared back up on the track here. We have 60 laps of the distance here tonight for the Sim 500 Superspeedway Series, and as you can see, we've already I can't even believe I'm saying this, but we've already lost half the field. And no, I did not make that up for disbelief or contention. We literally lost half the field. They're only now just catching back up, but Casey Duncan is the closest one right now catching up. The rest of the field desperately hurrying to get out and get back on the track despite the damage on their equipment. Some of the other guys right now currently laps down, or a lap down, and they're not going to get that back so easily here. So now they're really going to have to choose a choice and pick a position. But with the damage on the trucks here, it's really going to hurt them in their chances here, and I don't think they are going to be too happy about that. But what a stunning development here and a big shock out of the gate. Beautifully done hard racing in Talladega last week, and now the start of this. I'm hoping this is just a mere one-off and a mistake on their end, and they can learn from it. We're about to find out. Approaching green flag restart zone. The flag's up. We're bringing them back down. Here we go again. It's not going to be as big of a group, but that doesn't mean anything to these guys. Tyler Dalton, we know him very well. We've seen him on the Go Racing League side of things. He's put up a fight to some of these drivers. He knows how to race with the best of them. The highest I rating driver of the crew today, 6,294 to his name. He is a mammoth of a level-ended driver in terms of his skill level, in terms of how many wins, how many scopes he's brought to the table. But again, well, that won't mean much if you can't figure out how to take down the other drivers and the other crew. And on a plate track, you're all equal, so you need to really use teamwork, strategy, and build-up just to hang on. Punching their way down across the back straightaway again now. Drivers starting to go into single file territory. I think they're just trying to avoid anything that has to do with going double file for a moment. They probably want to stay away from getting too crazy or getting too all over the place. Robert Cameron here, Hunter Parsons. Looks like he may be trying to break the mold and break that wedge out. But as they do so, they go 3 wide down on the first straightaway here, screaming them right up to the top side. A little bit of an opening there from the number 1. That is Ron Holyfield. Holyfield right now looking for the lead, and he's got it going up there against Tyler Dalton. Dalton on the bottom. 7500 number 19 machine trying to keep his cool, trying to keep everybody in check. Brian V. Macklin right up there with it. Macklin doing a great job pushing Holyfield, but again, he's not going to let him stay up there with him. He goes to the bottom. He gets the number 20, or excuse me, the 0P, if you will, of Hunter Parsons to jump right down with him. Parsons able to take control and maneuver the way down to the bottom. And Macklin with the new leader here, and he takes the Coca-Cola number 1's lead away. Holyfield had it for a slight bit there, did not lead a lap, but he did at least get some time on the track in leader spot. If I said it once though, I'll say it again. Doesn't matter how many laps you lead, if it points don't add up. What does add up is those win tallies, and that one lap is all you need. But I will say though, if you can lead laps and it does earn you the points like it would back in the old Winston Cup days, absolutely go for it. Do what you have to do to get there and make sure you stay there. But if it doesn't add up and you only get them added up by the wins, then the wins are more important in my opinion. And that's the way I've always perceived it and viewed it myself. On board here with Casey Duncan right now, currently a hard charger here, 17 spots up, not quite Brian V. Macklin's 20 position starts in the first here as he went 19 up, but so far it's been a pretty good little game here for trying to stay with the folks, trying to keep it with the drive here as everybody else kind of positions and muscles their way through, looking for openings when they have to and positions when they can. And a lot of guys too, probably right now a little bit too concerned, getting too close or getting too rambunctious. Probably know, well as anything at this point, that you get too close to somebody, bump them the wrong way now, and you're literally going to hook them dead left or dead right. That's the last thing you want. Mike Kelly, the number 2 Caterpillar machine, Toyota's under right now. Coveting the control and the speed. As the field maneuvers their way around out of turn number 2, though. Battle for the lead. Tyler Dalton on the top side, trying to defend his number 1 spot here out of the gate. Gonna get some big push and run from Ron Holyfield as Macklin and Parsons look to stay within close proximity, but not to the point of no return. Not at the moment, anyway. I think their biggest focus right now is really just kind of keeping their cool, keeping themselves level-headed, making sure that the truck doesn't get too out of control, too out of shape here. Again, river drivers also, they don't get any instant repairs here, so what they use up is what they use up. And that big wreck out of the gate cost them a lot of time, if not the entire race for many of them. Right now, here's the drivers we have out at this point in time here. Derek Meyer is out of competition. Joe Hudson is out. Scott Simley out. Joel Phillips is out. Cody DeForge is out. Brian Wertman right now currently getting his foot questionable on return. Andrew Schroeder is out. Chris Blanchard out. John Fowler is out. Anthony M. Calatani is out. Alan Wild right now, I believe, currently trying to get the damage cleared up and fixed up as quick as he can here. Quentin Carpenter, same for him. Gerald Livingston also working carefully to stay in position, but that is as far as we go. Jose Gonzalez in 18th right now is the only driver on the lead lap that is not up ahead of him. So those guys behind him are currently laps down or just completely out of the race. Started with 31, down to really 18/19 here. A little drop down. I believe that is the number 41. No, excuse me. I think I might be. Nope. Trying to get a number on that one here. It might be Alan Wild there. That is Alan Wild. That's number 75 machine. He is currently moving the chains back down low. Maybe trying to stay out of the way of the leaders here and let them race it out their way. I bet the leaders would probably be very appreciative of that. Hard to believe too. Again, a guy like what we saw there with the number 15 going into victory lane last time out. Joe Hudson literally to then be almost complete, well, pretty much was dead last. Derek Myers didn't even start the field, so Joe cannot be too happy about being from first to last literally in just a matter of a couple days. But that is what we kind of always say, racing. It's a cruel, cruel sport sometimes. She can treat you with nice candies, roses, chocolates, make you feel like the greatest thing alive, and then the next day she can feel like you are the worst thing on the planet. It's the absolute worst stuff, I'm telling you, man. It gets tricky and it can be very tough on the mind and the psyche as much as it can be on the body. I've been in them shoes before. I know what it is like. That's why we always say, practice, and try to get your skill levels as high as you can. Because performance-wise, you may have a chance here. Field right now currently still structuring themselves through the packs and through the madness. Macklin, Dalton still your race leaders. Meanwhile, back in the back here, 10 spots up here, Richard Beasley, the number 10 tie-dye machine, currently looking to make some strides here as he is looking further through the field, trying to hang with him. Joey Gattina, the number 14 here, also another guy you got to really watch out for. He's currently just hanging right beside that number 10 there you see the 7500 logo there. That is him right over there. Currently just probably trying to stay cool and collective here with what he's got at his disposal, and making sure he's watching every little angle, every little spot here to keep his eye out for. Dusty Burkhardt, the number 69 machine, also trying to get back into this pack here. He started 13th and he is back in the 13th spot. Keeping it straight, keeping it on par, and keeping it right on line, but he knows everybody ahead of him. They will not hold back. They will not hold up for him. He's going to need to make some moves, and he's going to need to make them quickly. Number 30 here, Brian V. Macklin, the Navy machine, is now approaching the dark, approaching the top of the bankments. Currently keeping it on the shoreline, keeping it close to the coast, trying to make sure he doesn't go too far into uncharted territory. But he knows if he has to go there, he will fight just like our fellow Navy men will do. Doug Sigmund in the number 04 right now, currently 7 spots up here. He's got Richard Beasley right beside him now, the 43 of Doug Roth, 9 spots up. Started 16th, gone to 7th here. He's making some strides as well, but again, we talk about how tough it is once you're stuck in that pack. You then have to figure out when and where is the right time to strike, and when and where is the best opportunity to get through the field. The 88 Havoline machine, Joseph Atchison right now, currently keeping his Toyota Tundra camp ahead. Well, out of this whole field, we only had 2 Fords make the call. Joey Gattina is the only Ford remaining. The other way was Chris Blanchard, the 34. He is currently out of the competition, currently out of the racetrack in general. More than likely ahead, I guess, probably trying to find some shots and some whiskey here to get himself kind of cooled off a bit. That'd be what I'd be doing anyway. Maybe I'm just talking out loud, I don't know. Macklin and Dalton right now still swapping the lead here and there. And the funny thing is, they leave that outside line still open and they keep blocking it up there. Somebody may get a little bit impatient and try to move their way up the chain, but it seems like these guys really just kind of driving around, staying calm, cool, and collective, and not wanting to lose all that's on the line here. Speaking of losing all on the line here, EJ Orrick, man, what can you say about this guy? Went to the race late early, got bump drafted, and then just got slant, and then got his corner fendered off, lost everything. And you can see by the eyes and the determination, he seems like he has seen a ghost. He's seen seen everything that's gone bad go that way. Well, right now, Zachary Doust, or Doust, I believe it's Doust, I would say Doust, it's probably easier to say. Zachary Doust right now currently staying right in the 6th spot here, currently moving his way to the chains as well, with the number 1 of Ron Holyfield in front of him. The 28 of Ron Woods laying right behind him as well. You see the UPS 28, that thing has seen some better days, and he's relying heavily on that draft. But I got to ask this real quick, which is, can Ron keep the bottom, or can Doywood, keep the bottom lane in check and keep the top line in a good condition with how much damage we got on that truck? Because again, if that truck gets any hotter, gets any more trouble, he won't have any power and that thing will blow the engine. Any damage really on these trucks or any kind of damage that goes on the equipment completely screws up everything and it will not load well for a long haul and for the long situation. You've got to be very careful out there when you try to run on a play track with damage on the truck or damage on a car. All boils down to overheating, pressure valves, situations like that really coming up. Taking it down right now here. This is what our spotters are currently seeing as well here. This is what these drivers are watching from in and out of the field, just trying to keep a close eye on proximity and situation. Guys right now still lingering in their positions, lingering up to the spots here. Dalton Mankin's way up ahead of Macklin again. This time he will take the lead for good. Now, if I'm Brian V. Macklin right now, my first thought is this. Don't try to let what the 19 is doing in front of me create any distraction or any trouble. My main goal, main focus I would say for him right now, it's very simple. Watch the lines, watch the openings, and keep the truck centered off. Wait till the right time is opportunistic and comes to it. Dalton may have the lead for now, but again, that doesn't mean anything when it comes to the winner's circle. Still make a run for it and take him in control. On board here with Atchison right now in the 88, 2 spots up so far, started 17th, been in the 15th position. Looking to maybe get it over there to the Tennessee, number 69 of Burkhardt. But again, you can see staying low on that bottom and then trying to reel the truck in is getting more and more strenuous and very difficult. And I think honestly, if you get a little bit more into this race, you're going to then see this pop up, which is pit stops aplenty and a many. Zachary Douse. And it looks like Alberto Abar is going to go into pit road. The 2 drivers getting a good pit stop entering. Now they got to get squared up and centered off though. And pit stops also coming in here. Pit stops now being used up. Macklin stays out there. Dalton maybe making a mistake there, going in so late. EJ Oric right now working with Chad Coleman at 38. Coleman, we've seen him run out here plenty of times, and he has made a number in a show at GOAT Racing League's end. Mike Kelly, Richard Beasley, Casey Duncan, they go into pit road. A good pit stop for the three of them there. They get in cleanly now. They just need to get to their stalls. Down to the chutes, though. This is your final pack that has yet to go into pit road. Chad Coleman gonna go back to the lead, something he's well accustomed to doing. But EJ Oric, after the troublesome spot earlier, now has another chance. But remember, this is the same place, the same area he was trapped in last time. He doesn't want to get trapped here. Macklin, Jose Gonzalez also coming through. Look out below, Gonzalez. Not lifting up, and he's going to make sure he doesn't until he gets to the pit road. Doy Woods and him going straight for the pit stops. Pit stops a many and pit stops a plenty, and drivers right now currently separate out far and in between. Right now, currently the seventh position and onward is 37 seconds back of the leader. Chad Coleman currently still leading the field in. It looks like he's going to get him set for the pit stops. And they slam the gas and then slam on them brakes to get in there quickly. Macklin, Coleman, Oric, Burkhardt, and all them are going in. Macklin, Coleman, Oric are now heading out of pit road here. They're going to try to hurry up, though, but look right behind them. Tyler Dalton, Hunter Parsons, Doug Roth, they're all making their way through. These guys are trying to hurry. They're trying to get the speed going, but they're not going to have enough time. Here comes Dalton, Parsons, and Roth to the lead. Oh, but do they? Looks like they're going to have some company with them. They're going to get some draft partners coming up. Coleman immediately engaging to the rear bumper of Macklin, trying to slam the gas pedal and get that bumper locked up. Get to them again, get to the front. Smart thinking on the base of Coleman to use Macklin as a bit of a shield, if you will, and then a bit of a partner to draft them off. Tandem draft it back to get to the field. The three drivers right now ahead, though, are going to have their hands full and their hands pretty much set for a moment. Until the entire back comes for him, and the entire back is coming for him. Here they come now. Whole host of drivers coming through and coming up quick. Back down on the back straightaway here out of turn number 2. Here the field is stretched in and stretched through. Zachary Doust, Joseph Atchison, Carroll Livingston right now, they are all currently trying to either catch up or get back to the lead lap here. And they might have some problems with that. Looks like they may have to resort to a different kind of strategy here. The field of the 3 will turn into the field of the plenty. We're about to see this field completely close back off. There's Roth right up ahead. You see Macklin coming up quick. The Navy machine and the A-Shock of Coleman trying to get up to him there with help from Oric and Kelly. They line the draft off. Roth tries to throw a block and try to take their draft. Line doesn't work, and that certainly didn't work. Going 3 deep. Oryx straight shoots it. Got the truck slightly wobbled up there as he entered up. That's offside. Had to make the move or go for broke. And it looks like he was going to go for broke. 3 deep for the lead. This is not a good spot. If they can hold that line down, I will not be surprised. But at the same time, we saw what happened earlier when you get a little too close for comfort. Roth right now trying to either figure out his strategy or get out of there. He's forcing Macklin right now, as well as Coleman, to stay up on the top half. Fracking it down. They'll let him through. They get behind him now. We are now back to double filed in. Sigmund right now also looking to get some speed momentum cleared up on the track here. All drivers right now halfway done with this race, and all drivers right now currently focusing in. Launching back through out of turn number 3 to turn number 4. It looks like Coleman and Macklin still trying to work something out. Doug Roth able to take over the race lead here and make some big moves out of the gate. Field clipping through and charging down off the brackets. Everybody right now looking to clear the hedgeways and clear the head moves through as well. All drivers right now staying in tight proximity. Livingston right now currently kind of trapped in between a rock and a hard place to go because he has a chance to get back to the lead lap. But again, he's got a whole back right in front of him to worry about, so he has to make a choice. Either lay low and hope that another caution comes out, or he's going to have to strategize something even more. Very difficult to do though, because it seems like these guys have learned their lessons from that first wreck and that first caution when they took out half the field already. Back cross down the line here through the field right now. The field is taking control. Hunter Parsons right now, don't count him out. That 0P machine, he's lingering around at that third row. He's still kind of looking at possibly playing a little spoiler there on the field and on the giraffe side here. Mike Kelly, as well as Joey Katina, also in that fight in that round. As we go on board here, just give you guys a little insight, just looking at how close, how tight these drivers are, from disaster to just serious ended scopes here. So much going on, things would happen. 25 laps remain here at Daytona right now, and fans, this has been Probably one of the more interesting races we've seen in a while. Starting from literally 31 drivers, then all of a sudden kind of chopping it down half to the field. Very interesting dilemma, very interesting position to really seat yourself in, but at the same token, we have seen crazier things happen here on Pizza Race TV. So right now, currently, looking at the overall statistics, overall position, and it seems like more as we go, the further it becomes to fight for survival and fight for the drive and hope for the best. Take a look at that attack as well here right now. Currently, other field of drivers. Was the number 7 of Alberto Ibar right now front of Zachary Dayhouse and Zoe Woods, 28, and the 88 of Joseph Atchison. Currently 22nd back of the main group in the main field. They're going to go around the lap traffic yet again. I believe that's the number 75 here. Going to drive it up a little bit closer. They're trying to get the extra draft off Alan Wild. Alan not quite being as wild though as maybe his last name would suggest. Structuring him off down through turn number 4 here. The field's still tight, packed, close countered, close of the many kinds. Roth looking for another opening, another chance to get this one into victory lane. Has a great chance here, really. We're just considering where he's at, where he's positioned at. If anything, though, he knows that these guys are coming up from behind, coming up from the top, and everywhere else in between. Knows he's going to be really in a very troublesome ended slate. Coming up top side, though, big draft, big pack. Here comes Coleman. Here comes Macklin down on the top, trying to make the move. Lingering him right around the track and on the slate here. Everybody just trying to hold the lines, trying to hold positions stabled in. And Roth yet again still able to keep everybody behind him for the most part. Again, I'm pretty impressed here. But it looks like now even he's getting kind of a little on edge. He knows that the next pit stops are needing to be made here. But at the same time, it looks like he wanted to try to keep his lead intact, so he drove it up a little bit there on Macklin. Macklin, I don't know if he really appreciated that too much. Had to kind of center himself off, kind of get himself squared out on that surface plane there and watch the cornering. Could have been very disastrous there. Could have been a very, very bad spot, to say the least. Laps remain, and again pit stops very much in the contention and currently in the strategy plans. Let's take a look at our stops here, and you can see they're coming up with about 8 or 7 laps before they have to go in. Ultimately though, this really boils down to one thing, and that is who and when and where decides to make the decision. And do they try to go earlier or later? Big push coming off from Katina here, right in and down to the field. across off the back half, off the top, off the bottom. Everyone looking in and looking in deep, trying just to make some runs, make some control here. Can never be too sure, can never be too careful about what you do and what you bring to the table. The only thing you can do is make sure you don't override and don't overdrive yourself out of this place. 18 laps remain here. Macklin from the top to the bottom drives the number 30 Navy machine vesseled into the front yet again. He's got the lead. The Tundras right now currently have been out doing the Chevrolets a little bit today. Coleman, Macklin have all been pretty much having their piece of the pie. Dalton, though, when he was leading earlier, he had a good little ride there, but again, it seems like the Tundras right now are not having it on the second half. This second half seems to be belonging to them. "17 laps remaining here. We are getting further and further into this one and being so close yet so far. Doug Robb in the back straightaway here, currently trying to position and park this thing right in a good position, in a good area here. Gatina, Dalton, all of them lingering around and trying to keep it under control and trying to keep it in position. It's just pretty impressive to me here, just how close and how far everybody wants to get in this place and get in this predicament. With 16 laps left, though, again, we're looking at about 3 or 4 more laps before those pit stops are going to be used up. Which one goes in first? I think, honestly, you're going to have to probably watch out for Roth, Duncan, Parsons, Katina, Kelly, and Beasley. I'm going to make my prediction now. Gonzalez, I'll say, stays out with Macklin, Coleman, Kelly, and Burkhardt, Holyfield. I'm going to guess those guys right now will be the ones that are going to stay out. And it looks like they may have been thinking about it a little bit there. Roth and Macklin below the yellow line, entering in under the tri-oval here. Very, very troublesome spot here. Could have been a dangerous area. But they held on. They watched themselves and watched their tone. Rolling up quick right now. They are running out of control here, and again the momentum just seems to be carrying forward and more. Alan Wild yet again going to be a lap traffic, going to be a standby here, trying to stay out of trouble. There's only been one caution this entire race so far. That was literally on the first lap. Clean as it goes, and a lot more smooth than that, in my opinion. That's exactly what they need. Well, they're really pushing their limits a little bit here, folks. You can see how far they've got left, but you can see the aggression levels going up higher. They know what they've got going on. They know how much time they have left. So now they're really kicking it up a little bit. Kicking up more than ever now. Look up topside. The 71 Casey Duncan, man. He is bringing this one right into the top bracket, trying to hang on. Man, he's going for it here. Coming right back down. Oh, wait a minute. Trouble. Duncan spun it on the backstretch. Taking for the third. Pro 71 for a ride. And another driver on the backstretch gets flipped up and taken for a wild little scenario and taken back for a tough area there. Gonzalez is your new leader. Beasley, Dalton, Gazzina, Parsons, Sigmund is going to pit road. Livingston joins them. Gonzalez, your new leader. Mike Kelly, number 2, got that gap machine right now trying to hang in there. Coleman and Macklin also right there with it. Holy smokes, folks. This has completely flipped on its head again. It's hard to really give you guys a definitive answer on who I think is going to take this one home. Because these plate tracks, it doesn't matter who and when and where. It's a matter of how you get there. And to get to that final lap, again, you can just expect the unexpected in so many regards. Gonzalez, Kelly, going to pit road. Holyfield joins them in. Coleman, Macklin, and Burkhart stay out. E.J. Ork will join them as well. Gonna try to draft them up and pile them back in. Maybe you're looking for another chance of those. Eleven laps remaining right now. Man, these guys just will not let up. They won't give up. Tempoing and pacing at such a high level and a high regard. Looking to keep it on its tail end once more. With 11 now going to 10 to go. Uh-oh, Macklin though in trouble, and so is Coleman. Field going in there. We got a caution out. Burkhart also with problems. Caution flies out at maybe the most inopportune times. Coleman trying to get into pit road and get out of there quickly. But what on earth happened there to Macklin? I couldn't see what happened exactly, or Coleman either. Currently have my eye on the other side of the track here. Another look at it. Macklin loses it right here. Looks like caution came out before then. I'm not too sure where the caution flew from. Yeah, honestly, I've got nothing for you guys right now. I'm looking around, but I don't see nothing. We're just going to have to return to the live feed here. I think it might. I thought it had something to do with Burkhart there, but Burkhart had no damage on the truck and nothing on that I could see, so I presume this is going to pretty much now square these guys up into a very tough little spot. Very big deal here. Don't worry, just slight glitch on our end here, guys. That'll come back up. Just technical difficulties. we'll file him back up here and get him squared back out on the track here and see what we can get going on the circus here now. We're going to bring it back here, green, back out once more. Leading him back down to the field. We're going to put our top 5 on your screen. Jose Gonzalez is going to be the guy that's going to lead this field in. Hit right in there off the wall. Turn number 1 there. A slam right into the pass pedal and into the side there. I think that might have been Jack Coleman that got the blunt of it. Somebody right in that top half though got a good chunk, and actually like Coleman did not get it. Might have been Macklin. It was hard to really say. Looks like slight damage there on Macklin indeed. So looks like that's going to be troublesome there. Well, nevertheless, Gonzalez and Beasley look like they are going to try to make this one work it out all right. Gattina, though, he's currently rallying troops and he's rallying guys up. Roth wanted to go to the top. I think he's going to go with him. 5 laps to go. Here comes the field. And look at this. And the number 41, E.J. Orick, going to try to take another risk here. That's the same move he did at the beginning of this race. He wants to do it at the end. But he's going to get trapped in the middle of the pack and gets a little bit of a pass back there. Macklin pushing, slamming, bumping the bumpers off that thing to get him going. Coming down in the middle plane here now. Orick slamming it up there, trying to hang on. Gonzalez right there with him. Running off the last bit of laps. Fumes starting to view up, and really these guys probably smelling and tasting what could be their final chances to claim victory with only 2 races left, this being one of them. There is not many opportunities left. They get one last chance next week to claim the title. But Gonzalez and Orick right now desperately trying to make or break their season and make or break their moment. A win could result in everything here. Gonzalez, kind of the lone hider back there. He started in second, but he's been kind of laying low for a while. Orick literally taking it full guns blazing. They're out of the gate, trying to make control of this race. Unfortunately there, we got problems for Livingston and Alberto Abar. They have both wrecked out on the front straightaway. You may have catched it there as they were spinning down. Can't quite get back to them though, because we've got a battle going on here for the race lead. Pack starting to draft up there. Tyler Dalton trying to get some work there. Doug Roth right there with it as well. They're trying to squeak their way through. Cross-trend through. Taylor Thompson 3 wide for the lead. Gonzalez hangs on though. Orick slammed a little bit in the back there. Couldn't quite get the momentum going. Yet again, they're going to spin him out again. Sigmund this time. The 04 is out. 2 laps to go. If they get to the white flag, we will finish this under green. Big problems though. Wait a minute, where did the pack go? The pack seemingly almost just completely ruined out. Where did they go? Completely lost in the draft. Now it's up to these guys for the final leg of this race. The entire field has not been able to escape Daytona's wrath, and they won't escape that one. Ulrich punches the number 2, Mike Kelly, out of the way. You know as well as anything, he'll be looking for that payback. White flags coming out, this time on by, down the front straightaway, one more time by. Who's going to be? Beasley leads him, Ulrich behind. Past the front straightaway, fans on their feet. They're looking for this final end of the race. Gonzalez trying to get back to him. Kelly looking for another chance to get to Ulrich's bumper, give him some payback, and maybe take the win. Leading him down off of turn 2. It's still Beasley. Gonzalez trying to swing it through, taking control. Anybody's race here as they lead him down that back straightaway. Gonzalez getting Kelly to use up. Looks like he just wants to win more than anything. Burkhardt on the outside. Will Kelly go for the drop to try to make the move? They got to get it crossed up out of turn 4. They want any chance. Gonzalez leads into the front stretch to the final time. He goes to the outside trying to throw the block to the finish line. It's going to be Gonzalez holding out by a truck like they wreck hard down to the front straightaway. Oh my. E.J. Ulrich completely sentenced to the Shadow Realm and thrown for a wild loop around this place. But nevertheless, your race winner here in the Sim 500 Super Speedway Series will go to Jose Gonzalez. The 26 is victorious here tonight. Kelly knew as soon as he was coming on turn 4, he was going to either make it or he was going to break it. Well, they kind of had a break it situation. Didn't quite get it close enough to the draft and far enough there with Beasley or Burkhardt to use any momentum. Gonzalez throwing that late block to slow him down just enough. Holds on to victory. What a victory here for the number 26. Jose Gonzalez takes control of some much needed situations and much needed moments to bring it to victory lane. Here are your final results here. And it is going to be Jose Gonzalez, your victor. Mike Kelly will take home second. Richard Beasley going to bring home third. Dusty Burkhardt going to go fourth. Chad Coleman goes fifth. Sixth to Hunter Parsons. Seventh to KC Duncan. EJR going to go eighth. Ninth to Doy Woods. Tyler Dalton brings it home in 10th to round out the field in the top 10. And no, Jose is not going forward. He's actually going in reverse for those that are wondering right now. And I think he's going to try to do a whole lap in reverse around Daytona. Good luck with that. I think while he's doing that and then figure out how to get to victory lane here, I think it's time we talk with the top 3 drivers. This should be an interesting one here, folks. Listen in to these guys and listen to the field here. Richard Beasley will be first up on the chopping block here in the number 10 camp. In an absolutely fiery position here. Certainly will be interesting to hear what he's got in store for us and what he's going to bring to the table here. He joins me now here, ladies and gentlemen. The number 10 Ford driver is going to bring it here to third. Richard, congratulations on that, sir. And talk about a wild little start to this one. You avoid and get out of the carnage early from lap 1. Then you hang in there to the final laps. Unfortunately, though, kind of ran out of time there with Gonzalez right in front of you there.
Yeah, man, that was pretty crazy. We kind of needed to win, I think, to have a chance to make it to the next round. And I think I picked the wrong lane on the backstretch there.
We're certainly there indeed. Now, I know this was definitely one of the tougher kind of races to really figure out and cope with, but for you and the crew here, is this really the third place finish satisfying enough to be able to go with what you got, or do you feel like you could have done just a little bit more in your mind?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough. I had, I lost a few RPM in that first lap wreck. We ran the whole race down a little bit. We stayed in the draft and we put ourselves in the best position we could at the end and came up just a little bit short. I'm happy with that, and we'll go on the next week.
Absolutely. Hell, hey man, you're still going to walk away today here with a top three. So who do you want to thank here for this one?
I want to thank Tim's Corner Motorsports, all the guys down on the team name channel, Chad, Doy, EJ, Mike, Tyler, all those guys down there, all the guys here at Sim 500, and you guys up in the booth.
For sure there. All right, Beasley, man, congratulations on this third place finish here tonight.
All right, man. Thank you.
Richard Beasley, ladies and gentlemen, going to take it home into third place today. Mike Kelly joins us next up on the chopping block here to talk with him. Let's see if he is ready to communicate here. If not, we'll just move on to your race winner. And I don't think I am seeing Mr. Kelly here, so trying to get a word from him, trying to see if he. Oh, wait, he's now joined us now. Here he comes now, ladies and gentlemen. He's out of the truck now, race fans. The number two going to finish it in the two spot. The Toyota Tundra driver, Mike Kelly, is going to bring it home for second place today. Mike, my friend, you had the right mind, and I even said on the broadcast, if you're going to make the move, you're going to go out of turn four. But he threw a late block and just completely sent you on around.
Yeah, no, I didn't get wrecked. I mean, it's funny because first of all, I'm just points racing as much as I possibly can, obviously being in the bubble position for the championship. But uh, coming around there for that finish, I'm in Discord with EJ and Beasley, and we're not really teammates, but we all just kind of get in the same Discord channel for Tuesday nights because it's fun. It's a big group. So we are coming through 3 and 4, and I told him behind me, I said, just coincidentally, I practiced this exact move in practice where I was behind a guy, me and another guy, and just go to the outside and you'll drive right around him. Of course, Jose took me clear to the wall, but I had the momentum to get him. But poor Beasley, he probably needed to win this race to have a chance to get into the top four. So he just made a Hail Mary move down to the bottom. Him and EJ bailed on me, and I brought her home second. But that was really fun there at the end.
Really fun indeed here. I know you had a lot on your scope and a lot on your plate here. A lot of big moments in between here too. I got a feeling that
Oh
really
my
you
God.
were really kind of excited for that too, weren't you?
There was some big moments. I mean, started on lap one, and they went right across my nose on that one. And my turn one hero teammate Scott Simley, who was leading the points, of course, gets taken out in that one and probably knocked him out of the championship run. So, and I was almost in the middle of it, and then right there at the end, we had that run down the backstretch on Richard, and we about lost it there. And then when I made that move three wide right before that second set of green flag pits, Casey Duncan got across my nose trying to get in position to pit, and we almost caused a big one. So there was no lack of, oh my gosh, moments.
Well, definitely cannot disagree with that one. So, nevertheless, though, my friend, you are at least going to be able to take it home in a second, and with one more race left to go to try to claim the title, who do you want to thank you for this one tonight, at least?
Yeah, I think I'm going to make the top four and have a chance to run for all the marbles in the big belt next week. So, shout out to you guys for coming on board here at PTM and broadcasting it. Look forward to checking that out. Shout out to all the admins and Joey Jatina and everybody behind the scenes, all the sponsors, everyone at Sim 500. It's quite an ordeal. It takes a lot of people to keep it going. And thanks to everybody down in Team Name, and Scotty unfortunately had a bad night. And thanks to all the fans, and thanks to my smoking hot wife.
Yeah, I think you'd be having a good time tonight, not having to be on the couch this one for that, buddy. But Mike, congratulations on the second place finish here, sir.
Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Mike Kelly, ladies and gentlemen, going to bring it home to second place. The man, though, that will fire it into victory lane holds the field in. The 26, Jose Gonzalez. As he gives that out tails, a little tail whip out of turn on the front straightaway. Gonzalez, I know you're mic'd up in there because I know you're not out of that truck, but how does this one feel, sir?
Yeah, it was a fun finish to the race. It was I just spent the whole race in the back just waiting for others to crash, and and that last pit stop I started to get into the race and tried to get in the front, and 2 laps to go. I was kind of outnumbered there because the 4 cars around me, they were racing in the same channel together. They were talking to each other, so basically teammates, and they hung me out to dry pretty quick. Um, but I managed to not fall, into the last spot, and somebody else got hung out. I think it was Macklin in the 30, and so I figured he's not driving to finish fifth, so I knew he was going to push me if I went up. So that's what I did, and as soon as I got cleared, I just went down and hung him out to dry.
Hung him out to drive and kind of just left them off for what it was worth. I mean, you still, though, at the end of the day, you had to really push everything to your limit, push all of it was for worth just to get to the end of this here. So, with that said and that kind of in mind, I mean, how big was this win for you and this team and to really come out away with the victory?
Yeah, I'm really happy. In this winter series, I've had a couple of wins on the winter season, so I'm very happy, and hopefully that carries over to 2023.
For sure there. Well, man, it looks like 2023 season and year has kicked off in a very good way, in a very big way. So with that said in mind, I gotta ask you, who do you want to thank for this victory today?
I'm gonna thank you guys, PDM Racing, for covering these races. We appreciate you coming on board, and I always enjoy watching these races after we race. So I'll be looking forward to watching that. And thanks a lot, man.
For sure there, man. We hope you enjoy it, and we really appreciate you coming on board here. Congratulations, Jose. Well earned and deserved for this victory today.
All right, take care, Chrissy.
Jose Gonzalez, ladies and gentlemen, is your victor here at Daytona International Speedway. With that said, race fans, we close it out here in Daytona. We want to thank Sim 500 Super Speedway Series for allowing us to come back on board here tonight. We will see them next week, of course, here. But for now, race fans, we send it off for now. We love you. We thank you. We'll see you next time.